right now,
Some things are luminescent that don't even have eyes, so you wonder what possible benefit it can have. It could be that it's just
The company that does it is right around the corner here. Okay, and they do this as an advertisement. In fact, if you go into the gift shop, they have a whole bunch of different, they're kind of expensive.
But in addition to that, there are bamboo sharks, spotted banded bamboos, and marble cat sharks.
I've seen it happen with the dungeons. But I've never seen it happen with that. All right, these are all bamboo sharks. This is a speckled bamboo shark, and these two are other bamboo sharks. And they're out of the Orient, Southeast Asia. This is about as big as one, really, really. Right here.
Brian said that those should grow another foot and a half, right? Brian said when he was in there, those should grow another foot and a half.
Will they?
Well, that's what he said. I thought the book says 40 inches.
Yeah. Well, some of them are really, yeah, 40
Close,
inches.
yeah.
But they're along their fin. On the sides, they're really, really smooth. Almost like silk.
On the East Coast.
None that I don't think there's any over Catskill. They used to have that horseshoe crab here in that overhead.
Yes.
They were going back and forth. I don't know what happened. They're sort of a mixed up species. They're more of a spider than they are crab.
They're related to scorpions. They're in the arachnid family of all things.
Apparently very, very rare.
The book says they'll grow to be 7.5 inches across. That's the females. The males will be one third that big. That's 30. And I don't know how you tell a male from a female. Another crabs we know, but I don't know how to tell them.
Which one? The shark, the bamboo sharks? And you notice it looks like bamboo. Stripes. That's probably where it's got its name from originally.
It's like a seam underneath, so I don't know.
Which ones? There's some sea stars around. Well, this, I don't think there's any over there. Those are cowfish. They're interesting because when they get upset, they will actually spew a toxin into the water. If you get enough of them together at one time and get enough of them upset, they'll actually kill each other because they spew so much toxin. All right, these are little stingrays, and the stinger's removed. So the stinger is right here, there, and they've been clipped off. And if you were to go on the Gulf Coast and you find these guys in the sand,
We we've clipped the stingers. Their stingers are cartilage and they go like your fingernails, so we clip them off. Their stingers, if they were there, would be about an inch and a half from the tip of their tail on top.
It'll make it more uncomfortable.
But we clip them all off and they're not dangerous anyway. There's no chance of you getting a snag. What is this? Those are bamboo sharks.
Yeah, they did a nice job. But,
All of these sharks are a type of cat shark, and then individually they're bamboo sharks and marble cat sharks. The round ones are yellow spotted stingrays.
a little different, just it looks.
Yes, it is.
You see the gills opening and closing, and their eyes are right in front of that. The mouths are underneath.
Hi, Betty.
Any other questions?
Have you had your hands in the water? Have you touched the animals?
Are those different kinds of bamboos?
Yeah, just different kinds. Same.
You know, it's not often they're so close to the edge like that. Easy reaching distance.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. There are two there. Still.
When was the last time you pet a shark?
Never?
You got a chance now?
It's Tuesday, let's see. Never.
But if you feel the texture of them, it's the same texture
sharks.
they're making the new swimsuits out of.
Swim fast.
Yeah.
The wrong way on them.
Yeah. Little sample crazy.
There you go. Watch out. Watch out, here he comes. Coming to get
Just
you.
coming to eat.
Coming to get you.
He's in a hurry. Okay, looking in the box here. Horseshoe crab.
They're molding?
Yes.
What is up here? Just where you molded?
Yes, this is a mold.
Let's see, show one on.
Yes. They've outgrown it and they get rid of it. Their shell is very soft. The sand here is very soft compared to this, so that's why they had some time out part of the day in the soft sand. Very fragile, isn't
How
it?
often do they
Molt.
molt?
Depends.
Each other.
Sometimes twice a year, sometimes not so much. Just depends on how much they get to eat.
How do you know they're molding?
You can tell by the coloration and their behavior. See the color here? Very deep in the, under the sand.
They get real big.
You know,
They
it's sort
get
of like
this
birds.
crowd
You know,
group
it's
does.
almost predictable. Bird molds. You know what
I
crab
never
molds?
run golf.
No,
It's
it's time for them to mold.
Get in the sand and hide underneath, and then they got the stingers on the back.
They
It's
are.
like
They're
Go ahead and
reef
touch them. I'm
sharks.
gonna film them.
And the reef sharks, they have
Dead step on them.
caves hang out.
Put their tail up.
Nocturnal animals. They eat small
And
prey.
then
So they're not going to be
it's
aggressive.
like a wasp.
They have a small mouth. So they can't eat.
They're rough on the very top.
Real soft. Hardly any carpet gets
They're all rough. Look at them.
like a shark.
These white spotted bamboo
Want to do the
sharks.
shark?
They're all related. They're all in a cat shark family.
No.
We okay to take a picture?
Bamboo sharks.
Cowfish over there.
Cowfish don't like her.
They didn't eat it.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, you
What's wrong
can't
with
take
her?
her out.
Why? Did she get all upset?
They,
You take
will
a
they
picture?
release that coffee?
Well, they, yeah, it does, and it hurts them.
How does it?
The flash light. Yeah, disturbs him. Yeah, you don't want to pull the tail. Get it?
Yeah.
Does that look like a doubloon to you? That's what it's supposed to look like. Except it has Oregon Coast Aquarium on it.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
right.
like a dead jellyfish on the beach. We've been seeing a lot
It
of
does.
those.
Oh, you don't want to pick those up. You don't even want to kick it with your shoe
Oh, yeah.
because those toxins can be transferred to your shoe and be
But none of
feel
them are really,
pretty volatile when you touch it later.
but you know, it's like everything. It's like water. Get out of there.
Have you been to our other touch pool? What? Have you been to our other touch pool? Not yet. Oh, okay. Well, at the other touch pool we have sea stars that you can touch.
Turtles will just wait for you to shoot the boat.
And anemones, other animals for touching. Pacific Northwest.
They're just
tidal
hanging around for
pool.
the next group of turtles.
And this is temperate water.
chill
So
water.
warmer water.
Yeah.
And this from Southeast Asia and the
Caribbean.
spotted, yeah,
I'm
spotted
reminded that
stingray from southern United States, southeast United States.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Do you have paper towels right there on the next wall? Oh, yeah. Okay, no flash there.
Yeah, it's down. It's down. I guess we got him freaked out or something.
Because they can't grab hold of each other out
He's kind of kissing me, look. That one turned out pretty good.
Just tell them they're playing.
There you go. Oh, probably got the food hanging. I really like it.
Look at the yellow fish. Oh, jeez. That's like a boat.
They blow water into the sand jar and come right around the ocean. Bro, you want one half the
They're huge.
Yeah. Hello. Take a couple pictures of that guy up there. That's a big fish is moving on.
Yeah, we've been through here.
There's a recording that sounds like bacon in a frying pan. That's actually just the sound of fish and going about their daily business. Simpson says every coral reef sounds a little different, and fish might identify their own reef by its unique sound. And his colleagues will experiment using underwater speakers to see what effect the sound has on fish. Artificial reefs in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia and used underwater speakers to play recordings at some of them. Simpson says more fish were attracted to the reefs where the recordings were played than to the reefs that were silent. Simpson says the findings of his experiment suggest that sound might be important to a lot of fish. He says their behavior might be disrupted. Those sounds are overwhelmed by the noise of human activity. He says we might need to pay more attention to the noise of ships and other activities at sea if we want to limit our impact on fish. Birdwatch Radio is a service of the Sea Grant Program and the Taylor Nelson Institute, University of Wisconsin.
PROW fish. Powerful. They can live up to be over 100 years old.
Yep, moons, nettles, lion's manes, radio jellies, other jellies called
Way back there. And those must be sea cucumbers or something, little versions of them. Yeah, green sea cucumbers. Which one is that one? White sea cucumber?
I'm sorry.
they collect several metals and then
That orange thing right here. That's these things right here. That's the sea cucumber. See the white thing and then the orange thing sticking up. Green sea cucumber. Leafy coralline algae. Kelp crab.
Oh yeah, it's our boat.
Sharp-nosed crab. Oh yeah, there's a crab right there. Oh, there's a lamb. Oh, look at this guy.
Didn't see this. Went out about 3 weeks ago.
Basket stuff.
Out there, half a mile out. And I guess that moon was one of the moon will find as big as. We have what are called bags.
That thing we saw on the beach, remember that trippy thing? It might have been a prawn.
So you can use that to put around the jelly so the guy that's on the surface.
That's my favorite.
Baby one.
But these are good in the water.
Look, scalp. Or is that a lie? I don't know, they're alive. These scallops? Cancer crabs are real house hunters. Cancer crabs. Cancer crab.
Back there.
Oh, yeah, because it's got
The one's hiding inside the shell.
bumps on top of the shell.
That's a small one.
Sea lemon.
Oh, okay. So look at that. What's this
Sea lemon.
lemon?
I don't see sea lemon.
It's got like a spiny.
Crab in there.
Wow.
Fox crab. He's hiding. There's the cryptic kelp cat.
What the heck is that? Oh, grunt sculpin. That's what it is, right?
Those crabs are kind of funny.
Look at these tiny anemones.
Oh, there he is. He's back in his shell.
Oh, a hermit crab?
Oh, cryptic kelp crab.
Kelp crab.
I don't know if that's the cryptic, but
No, he looks all red.
he must be hiding.
Kind of red.
Oh, there's a crab back there, but it's not the one.
So look at that barnacle. How huge it is. He's got little feathery things coming out. One over here, so you can see that one. He's not doing it. Oh, there he is, Mark.
There it is.
Weird looking thing.
Right there.
That's the swallow. I didn't think that thing was real. That's his eyes. Did you get this one? That one's awesome. Egg yolk jelly.
It just looks like it's gonna explode. Then it just stays back together. It's very
They're saying there's 16 sections. How many sections?
Yeah, there are 16 sections around the bell. So it's almost like little lobes around the bell. And then, so 16 clusterings of tentacles. And these tentacles will reach about 20 feet, 10 to 20 feet. So they can extend pretty long.
Snorkeling,
yeah.
there's nothing like this.
And that little fish just never gets far away.
No,
does it?
no,
It
that's
stays
its habitat.
Right there.
Yep. Safety, shelter, food,
Isn't that incredible?
everything it needs. It'll feed on
Feeds
the
on
stuff that's captured in the jelly. So sometimes that's
So the jelly
other
feeds it,
plankton
basically.
or it's parasites even.
Okay.
So there are little crustacean parasites that will set up shop in our jellies, and this little guy can graze on those parasites.
I'm telling you what, egg yolk couldn't be a more perfect name for it. I mean, it's just, it looks like it's just gonna, just go everywhere and explode, and it just all comes back. It's just incredible.
Yeah, so I was finally bringing out my camera because this morning I cleaned the tank, which made it murky, and then Thursday brought it out.
Yeah, it does.
I
It's
suppose.
dispersing so much more, so I don't know if that's
Yeah. I don't know that you could get an exact.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, because you always need it in water.
Sure. Thank you.
It's crazy.
There's a good picture.
Look at that. Now it looks like a sombrero.
Yeah, now I'll take a picture from this side.
Amazing.
I know. I was like, now I can finally come out and say, yeah, I'm off. So now I can take pictures though.
So why is it called Medusa?
The Medusa fish, they live among the Medusas of jellies. Sea nettles, moons, lions, maidens. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they live in the Medusa.
Crazy hair stuff.
Yeah. It can't, paralyze you with a stare. Yeah, that is beautiful. How did you acquire this?
Jim and Brian and one of our interns went out Thursday morning on the boat. We were just
lucked
going out as
out.
much as we can to get nettles, and they found this one at about 25, 30 feet.
Is that common area for this?
Among the nettles? Or
Right now.
yeah, seasonal.
So this was an unexpected find.
Yes.
This isn't what they were doing.
Yeah, no, Brian called me from his cell phone out on the boat and said, we got an egg yolk jelly. Because at the time I had all the crystal jellies out here. The water jellies were out here.
Right. Where are they?
So they're in the back. Yeah, so I had to come out.
You're out here.
You're out of here. Yeah, sorry. You're not. Yeah. You're getting the boob.
Will those reproduce?
Ideally, but I don't know. I'll keep watching the tank for polyps.
Oh, that would be great.
If it sets up little polyps, I know the areas along the screens and grates that are at the top where polyps like to attach. So I'll just keep watching for them.
Well, you have the magic touch.
We'll see. It's hard with these because in order to grow the jellies well, you're also growing hydroids. And the hydroids stick the jellies. So the animal husbandry for taking care of jellies is to bleach the exhibit every other month. And what if polyps were just deposited, so you're never, it's a catch-22. So I could let it keep going in the hope of getting polyps. Yeah. You're okay.
They just caught that from until like their first ever
This would be it does. Yeah, it does. It's got a little bit of bell damage, but I think if we feed it some chocolate, it'll build tissue back. Too They would probably chew on each other. The water jellies do, they're cannibalistic. So when I had the water jelly exhibit until Thursday, at first I put 30 of them in there, and then I came in the next morning, within 12 hours, half the exhibit was damaged, because they just chewed each other up. Yeah. So I have to watch. But I can log the dogs tomorrow. We're going to guys coming up and see if we can get some more. Oh, that was a good view. Yeah. We need to repair that. Some of the bell